Okay, so I'm going to show you how I make the resources. So I go to File and I do change the page setup because in case at any point that you want to print it out, you can. So I'm going to put Apply. I get rid of this right here, and the first thing that I do is I go and add a background. The good thing is that you can go to choose image, and then if you go to Google image search, you can put anything that you want. So let's say a rainbow background. Oh, cute. Let's see. Or we can put colorful pastel, and then we'll see what it says. So you have all these. So you really just got to choose. You can really put anything that you want. Let's see. We can do maybe this one. And I'm going to insert it so I can see what it looks like. Okay, it looks good. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a title. And you can really just design it kind of like however you'd really like. I'm going to make this box white. And it looks like that. I might change all of this later. I always start with just playing around with it. And then I'm going to go add a text box. And then we can I'll do dividing fractions because I want to show you, because sometimes I'm not able to get like fractions on there. So I'm going to go look at my fonts. I always have like these recent fonts that I'm always using. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to choose this, and I'm going to see, that's too big. Let's see. Dividing fractions, and then I just kind of like play around with it. If I like the look of it, I'll leave it there. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add problems, but I'm going to do it in a form of a table. So I want 6 problems. And then let's say that I want 2 words. I'm going to do that. Okay. So then I'm going to drag this. I'm thinking about adding word problems as well. I'm going to do like a quick drag and drop activity to show y'all. So I want that to be, have a white inside. And then I want the lines to be black. And then I want to make the border a little bit thicker like that. And then I always look around to see, okay, do I like it? Do I not like it? So I like that. So then I'm going to start putting 1, 2, 3, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to choose my font. And I want my font to be Happy Monkey. That's probably one of my favorite ones, just Happy Monkey. And then I'll do it like that. So I already have a couple of problems in mind, but I personally don't like putting my fractions like that. I actually like them to be vertically, but so what I do is I do 1, 2. I want my fraction of a half. Then I make it the same font. Then I put still like that. So this is a tedious process that I kind of have to do. So I'll want that one. And then I'm going to copy and paste. And then the next one that I want is 2/5. And I want the kids to divide that. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy and paste. I don't want those numbers. I'm going to go to Insert. And then I'm going to go to Special Characters. And then you can draw the symbol. And it will pull up any symbols that you're looking for. So there's like different types of division ones. So I think I'm going to see which one I want. I'm going to put this over here. I am going to go with that one just so you can clearly see that it's division. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like center them how I want them. And you kind of just move them around to how you want them. So this is whenever I do a lot of moving. There you go. Okay, so then what I do is I got to go add the little fraction bar line, but sometimes I don't do it there. Well, maybe it'll connect it. See, sometimes it does that. So then I go over here off to the side. So then I'm going to take my line and then I'm going to kind of make it over here. And if you are making the line and if you press shift, it'll make it straight. So it'll make sure that you make it straight. So that looks, let's see, shift. There you go. And then I'm going to make that black. And then I'm going to make it thicker. See, it's too thick. Maybe do like a 3. So then that's going to be my little fraction. So then I copy and paste. And I have my 2 fractions. And then that's whenever I start looking at it and see, okay, I need to move this, I need to move that. Let's see. I like the look of it. So what I normally do is, in order to copy all of that, there is a way to like, there you go. There is a way to like grab all of these and copy and paste. And then you have your second one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them over here off to the side. And I want to do 6 of these problems. I already have a copy of it over there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this back and I'm going to put it back. I'm just moving around items in my boxes right here. So, oh, that's good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my problems. I already have problems written out over here. So I'm just copying what I wrote down. So now I don't want a fraction. I actually just want to divide it by a whole number. So then I'm going to do that right there. I feel like I need to make that bigger so they can see that it's an actual whole number. So then I'm going to take this and then I'm going to take it to this side over here. And then if I need to move it, then I'll move it again. Like if I feel like this one needs to be down here. And then you're going to do that for I'm going to do 6 problems that are like this. And then I'm going to do 2 more word problems. So I'm going to get that done. And then I'll start recording again once I show you how to get the movable pieces in. So what I went ahead and did is I added all my problems that I wanted to. Is you can tell I made this a little bit smaller. And this is whenever, see, like I'm moving this. But I want these fractions to move as well. So what I'm going to do is, so I don't have to go back and individually move all of them. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to move them down. Then I can select this and just see, then I move them too much. This is kind of tedious. This is like my tedious part right here. See, maybe I need to move like 3 above. Nope, not that. I want the whole thing. 1, 2. I'm using the up arrow to kind of help me move these things. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to move this. So I like the top row, but the bottom row now is what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to like do that. Move them. This is tedious. This is only tedious because I decided to add those fractions in there. Other than that, if you're doing stuff with like just word problems, I mean, it's easy. You can type in the actual table. Let's see, I want it more over here. Okay, there you go. Okay, that looks good. So I did that because I wanted to add a text box up here and say, solve the following problems. Remember, I teach my kids multiply by the, I'll do this, multiply by the I'll capitalize reciprocal. And then what you can do is just highlight all of that and then just do whatever font you want it, add whatever you want. If you want to put a little name section or something, anything that you want. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to highlight all of that, Control All. I'm going to center it and then I'm do. Okay, so that looks good so far. The next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to show you how I add the movable pieces. So I'm going to do a new slide, and I already have all of my answers. I already have all of my answers written and solved. So I'm going to add a text box, and I'm going to say, this is whenever, I think one of my answers was 23. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to, let me see. You can really do this however you'd like. Shadows until I know. Let's see, Sigmar one maybe. Nope, don't want like that font. No, I'll just use the same font. And I'm going to make this bigger. And this is what you mean, as long as you get some type of answers. I always do rectangles because it's just kind of easier. So then I'm going to go fill it in, and I'm going to go to custom, and let's say that I'm thinking that I want the answers on this one to be yellow. So I'm going to choose a yellow color, and I don't want it to be too transparent. So it kind of gives me that kind of box right there. So then I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to do all of these, the answers that do not require any fractions. I think those are the only ones that do not require any fractions. So then this is the next part where I'm going to say 1, and then I'm going to go add another little fraction. Let me show you how to add it. Since I want it to be standing up, I do 1/4. Kind of the same process that I did in the first one to get those fractions in there. I'm sure there's other different ways that maybe other people do it, but this is how I do it. See, I don't want a background to have it, so my background's going to be transparent. There you go, 1/4. And then I'm going to show you, you do the same thing. I'm going to add a line right here, and this video is about to end. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do all my answer choices and then have them all ready for you, and then I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so what I did right here is I finished all my answer choices. I did it really quick because once I made one, I just copied and pasted. And then you can kind of move around if stuff bothers you. Like sometimes like the little things right here like bother me. So I'm gonna like fix them somehow. I do all this, let's see. I'll fix it later. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So basically, I have a new one over here, and I did the same dimensions and everything. And I'm going to take this right here, and I am going to basically, I use my snipping tool for this. The snipping tool that the computer has. There you go. And I'm going to save that as a picture. And I have all these pictures. So I'm going to put dividing fractions. And it is now saved as a picture. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to change the background, choose an image, browse. Then I'm going to go to my, where's dividing fractions? There it is. And then it's going to insert that as my background. That way, whenever you click on it, you do not move anything that is on there. So it's there. Now, the next thing is that I want to go put in my movable pieces that kids are going to move. So this is how I do it. I have these ready, and I do the same thing with my snipping tool. Is I go and I snip each one, and then I save that as a picture. So I have so much random stuff saved right here, so I'm going to save it as 1. So yes, and then I'm going to save all of these as pictures. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put save as 2. And it's showing that for me because I'm using the same name. So this is what you are going to do for all of these. So then I'm going to finish this, and then I will show you what my end result looks like. Okay, so I have my background, and I'm going to go to Insert Image, Upload from Computer, and then I am going to select all of the little pictures that I saved. Let's see, I have 15 problems. Because, see, something happens. I'm pretty sure there's like an easy way to select all of these, but maybe, I don't know. I haven't figured it out. I'm sure there's an easy way. Let me go and check these out. Check mark, check mark, check mark. Okay, so then open. So now, now these are all my answer choices. So I have answer choices over here. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to, put them on either side or arrange them however you'd like to put them. So now that they're like this, the kids, let's see, I put 6 over here, 6 over here. It's going to be odd. I could probably just leave them on one side. It's just up to you how you want them. I make this one a little bit bigger so it can be a little bigger like that. You can make them bigger, smaller, however you'd like. So then there you basically have it. Once you uploaded, the kids can just move the answer and place it there. So what I normally do is I work it out. I work it out like if I was a kid, and I always make sure, okay, is my answer there? I might just put them in one side, but that's pretty much it. The snipping tool and the copy and paste are my friend because it's what I use almost all the time. And there you go.